Chinese man marries robot he built himself. Oh, Lord have mercy. What the fuck, dude? The last guy we talked about was a Japanese guy. Something's happening in Asia. Yeah. Zha had grown tired of pressure to get married, so he turned to Ying, a robot spouse he constructed last year. I bet you she doesn't back talk. 31 years old, decides to marry Ying after failing to find a suitable human alternative. That is how you spell loser. That is a loser, dog.
Okay, like let me give you an anecdotal example. I have a friend. He's former Army, and he was stationed in China for about a year and a half.
Uh-huh.
And after he served his time in Iraq, and when he was stationed in China, he ended up meeting some wealthy Chinese woman there.
Oh, right.
Okay, and she came from a wealthy Chinese family, and apparently in China, I guess there's a limitation in terms of your wealth, in terms of how long you can have your wealth before the government then comes in and takes it all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so she was looking for a way out. So she said, "Okay, I'll marry you." And then they came here, and then you gotta be married. You gotta be married for 5 years before you can get your
divorce
permanent visa. Or your green card.
Yeah.
Before you get divorced. Now, so he's a country boy from Louisiana. He's a total hillbilly. He doesn't have any talent whatsoever. With all due respect to him, he's a nice guy, but he doesn't have any talent. But he's married to this super intelligent, wealthy, like NFT investing Chinese woman. Wow. And the thing about Chinese culture, the thing I'm learning about their culture, which I had no clue about, is that the women in their relationships are the men in their relationships. Like they're the workers. They're the dominant ones. They're the ones that work. They're the ones with they're the ones with the education.
Wow.
They're essentially the man of the house. Wow. And he just sits there and he does nothing. He does nothing, bro, but he drives a Tesla. He just bought a brand new Corvette, all with her money. Wow. And it's just fascinating, dude. It's fascinating because, like, she's not unattractive by any stretch of the imagination. And
I mean, some people consider that a win. You know what I'm saying?
I consider it a win. And this guy, he had a conversation with me one day. He's like, I just want to be a regular civilian. I don't want to be in this. But I'm like, the fucking regular civilian, bro. What are you talking about, dude? You got it made, bro. Like, you got all expenses paid all day, every day. Stop complaining, bro. You don't have to work. Like,
wow.
but she's very overbearing, bro. Like in a different way.
Like most men are. Yeah.
Like most men are, absolutely, bro, exactly. So it's just a completely different culture.
See, the thing about it though is, I want to be clear, dude. When women a housewife doesn't mean you stay home and do nothing. I have to be very honest with you. Like, being a housewife is a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep the house clean. You got to always cook. You got to take care of the kids. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're at the house doing nothing. You see what I'm saying? Like maybe this guy is. You know what I'm saying? But like being a housewife is work. You know what I'm saying? I'll be honest with you.
Oh, for sure. No, he does nothing all day. But there's house husbands in this day and age, which I personally don't. I personally don't agree with that. I think a man should work. Personally speaking, obviously there's existential circumstances, but yeah, you're right. I agree with that.
Yo, look, there's 113 men for every 100 women. So there's way more men than women in terms of the population. According to the latest figures published, the gender imbalance coupled with attitudes towards marriage means many men will never find wives. For now, Jing can only read some Chinese characters and images and speak a few simple words. But Zhang's plan is to upgrade his, quote, bride to be able to walk and do household chores. Until then, he has to
China?
Yes. Until then, he has to carry the 30-kilogram robot to move her. Reaction in China to the union has been mixed, with some social media users mocking him and others wondering if this is just a publicity stunt. You won't have her mother looking down on you. You don't have the pressure to buy her a home. You get to save money and your energy, one user wrote. He'll slowly get old. His face will become wrinkled. His hair will grow white. But he will upgrade her to grow old, or just to be prettier, another user asked. Stories of
That's coming
robots.
here, bro. Just watch.
Huh?
That's gonna come here.
Yes. Yes. Stories of
There's
robots.
too many incels.
Yes, there's a lot of incels. There's a lot of incels, and these incels they're proud of it too. Like if I was an incel,
And
I
they're
wouldn't tell
loud.
anybody.
I know that's a depressing thing to admit that you are, right? An incel.
Oh yeah, fuck, man. It says, what is an incel and why they're so dangerous? So incels aren't just sad men, they're a threat to women everywhere. The chances you've heard of an incel in the news in the wake of April's Toronto attack, which left 10 dead and 16 injured after a man drove a van through a busy sidewalk. Shortly after Facebook, they talked about incel rebellion. What is an incel exactly? What do they believe? An incel community is composed of socially alienating men mourning their ability to have sexual relationships with women. Incel beliefs seem to encourage an anti-feminist value that imply women's time, body, and sexual desires should be primarily centered around men. It constantly leads to violence. So, yeah. That's you know what I think about incels? I think incels are too fascinated with casual sex. You know, I think like a lot of them are young men who are not getting casual sex because they're not in relationships. You know, I feel like most sex comes out of loving relationships. You know what I'm saying? And so I think,
No, sorry. Go on. I just wanted to add a point to what you're saying.
Yeah, so I just think that they should focus on loving relationships. Go, be a friend with a woman, and then have your feelings grow, and then you will have sex with her, dog. Like it's not like you're just gonna fuck her on the same night, but you know. Go ahead.
No, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, and I'm sure you do too. But I talk to a lot of younger kids these days who have more of that mindset. Who may not be full-blown incels, but who have more of that mindset than, say, we did when we were growing up in the 80s, 90s, or if you grew up in the 70s or whatever, right? Or even the early 2000s. So let's just say pre-social media age. See, I think the reason why it's grown to such a large degree is because now you have all of these eyes looking at these, all these people see as couples, bro, on social media, and beautiful women. And beautiful women that they know they cannot have.
That's right.
Like, no matter what they do, their goals are just, they're unattainable goals, bro.
Yes.
And that's the reality that they live with. And that's, you know, the thing is, we're trying to separate that reality with actual reality, which is what you're saying, which is, listen, bro, that's not like, if you exit yourself out of that echo chamber, you can meet a really great woman.
Yes.
And you could build a great relationship with her. You just got to set your expectations to a different degree, dude.
That's right.
Like, you see these gym couples and these fitness couples online, and
you'll never have
perfect,
them.
bro. No, that doesn't exist. It's not real life, bro. It's not. And it's like, you know, but if it's constantly thrown, and even with porn, right? Like the vileness of what porn has become. Like, you watch this and you think this is what it is, but it's not, bro. Like when you have that much extreme, bro, it's information overload. When you have that type of information overload, it overloads and it inundates you.
Yes. And the porn is on demand. Like, you get the porn at any time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's just too much. All of it is too much. And again, a lot of these incels generally tend to be younger. They tend to start at a younger age because they're disillusioned about it at a younger age. They think that they have to live up to these expectations.
Yeah, what's crazy? I'm sorry, but like young men never get pussy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I'm saying? Like that, like young guys never get pussy. Like, it was never meant for you. You know what I'm saying? Yo, what's up, Rob G?
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's always like you get as you get older.
True.
I mean, there's outliers, of course. But for the most part, dude, like, you know, a 25-year-old man is still young. He's still very young.
So true. That is so true, bro. Oh man, and you put it in such a simplistic way. And like, a guy, I'm 40, so I totally understand what you're saying. You know, I've met more quality women in my life now than I did when I was 25.
Exactly.
And when I was 25, we didn't have social media, bro. We had like Napster and then Berj, and you know, it took about 3 days to download one MP3. And, you know, it was
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, dog. As I'm 43 or something like that, somewhere around here. But ever since I've been 30 and upper 30s and stuff, like I pull women so much easier. You know what I'm saying? It's so much easier. Yeah,
and the ones that you want. Right?
Different ages, whatever, different ethnicities. It was never a young man's game, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's so true, bro. Oh man, it's and I love the way you put that because it's just in such simplistic terms. But these young guys don't understand where you're coming from because they haven't lived through that. When they were 15, they were already dealing with the rise of Snapchat and Vines and all that other nonsense. And this content has been literally thrown in their face 24 hours out of the day. So that's all they see, bro. That's what they've grown up with. Yeah. It's even worse for the younger kids. But that's a very good point, dude. So you get older, and then let me give you my personal situation right now, bro. And this is just the woman that I'm dating now. She's a former Playboy model, bro.
Wow.
Like she posed for Playboy. Yeah, she posed for Playboy.
I saw you on Twitter. Model. I was like, damn, my motherfucker Berj is cracking.
Yeah, I'm doing my thing, bro.
Well, go ahead, man.
I'm doing my thing, but when I compare it to when I compare her to what I was used to when I was in my 20s, it's night and day in terms of the conversations we have, it's just everything from A to Z is just much more in depth. And it's not complicated, but when you're 20, you complicate things that are not meant to be complicated. You just bullshit about but imagine now, bro, see, this is what I'm saying. It's even more complicated now because now you got dude and his girl both harassing each other's Instagram. Who's DMing you? Why is this person liking your shit? Why is my friend following you now? Why are you all that is nonsense, bro.
It's
jargon, bro. Jargon. That's the word.
Yes.
And we didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, dude. These young guys, man. They think
so they end up with robots.
These guys are turning themselves into robots. You know what I'm saying? I understand it's depressing, but another thing too is it's not just about sex. It's about I hate to sound corny or whatever, but it's about an physical, emotional relationship with a woman. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it's about. It's about intimacy, my nigga. Sex. What's sex? I can fucking jack off. What's sex? You know what I'm saying? You could buy pussy. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's really, as a man, right? We really get it off when it's just we conquered the woman, right? We saw her. Other men like her or she's bad. We approached her. We cracked the code. We got her to the crib. You know what I'm saying? We like the whole pursuit and the hunt. Excuse me. We like the hunt and all that kind of stuff, right? And women like to be pursued. You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I think these guys kind of.
You're right. Listen. Just to add to what you're saying, the reason why I think the point you're trying to make is that it's the pursuit, and then when you achieve and accomplish that pursuit, it boosts your confidence, bro.
It sure does.
You feel like the man. You're like Brad Pitt walking down the street, right? You're
tell me
I got her.
Yeah.
You can't tell me shit, bro. There's nothing that makes a man feel
so
better,
good.
Bro, than having that.
Doesn't that feel so good, dude? You just cracked a new chick, you just got a new one, nigga, hell yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy is the more you get women, the more you can get women. You know what I'm saying? It's it's a weird sort of algorithm.
And it is a weird algorithm, and all of a sudden you're realizing, holy shit, bro, I got a personality, and I got characteristics about myself that maybe I didn't even know because this woman is just making me feel so damn good.
Yeah.
And again, it's that pursuit. It's you accomplish something, but you don't want to simplify it, or I don't want to make it sound like women are just some sort of goal, right? That's not the point I'm trying to make here. Yeah. I'm giving them credit to say that this is what you do. You make us better.
Yes.
You make us better. You have your ways of making us better as men.
Yes.
And then we take that and we become better men.
Yes.
And ultimately, bro, for guys like us, and this is what you were saying earlier about age, you know, right? With age, you realize this the older you get that when you're 25, you don't know what the hell you're doing. But now, these 25-year-olds now, these 25-year-olds now, bro, they have no clue. Like, they've already given up before they even started. They just quit, and now they have no personality. They don't know how to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
They're alienated. They're introverted, and then all of a sudden they're fucking dating robots and marrying fictitious characters. Like, bro, what is wrong with you?
Yo, you know what we did when we were young? We used to go to the mall, and you cannot leave until everybody gets a number. Everybody, from the good-looking guy to the jock, but also to the guy that don't have confidence. He might be a little overweight. Every fucking guy, you know what I'm saying, gotta have to at least get one number, then we can go home. Like, that shit was fucking terrifying. It was terrifying. But it made us though. You know what I'm saying? It gave us tools to use. It gave us a confidence. It gave us, even if we was just faking it. Yes, South Bay Galleria, bro. Man. That's where we was doing that shit at. The South Bay Galleria. Yep.
And it was always respectful amongst the boys. You knew which girl wanted who. You knew what was like. You didn't overstep your boundaries. You didn't disrespect each other. You didn't get it. You didn't let it get to that point. One
thing you didn't do is give up and quit and say, I'm just an incel, I can never do it. That's the one thing you would never do, because that's the one way to never get pussy, though. That's the one way. You know what I'm saying? There's only one way to never get pussy, and that's to not have confidence and beat yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the wrong thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just an incel.
Yeah, I'm just an incel, and, you know, I'm going to be mad at women. Now you're a creep. Now you're weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a weirdo now. Now you want to beat bitches up. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're a fucking weirdo, dude. Like, I don't get it. Yo.
They become shooters, bro. Like, it leads to that point to where they become like these mass shooter types, bro. They become so miserable with them, bro. It's like, listen, homie, you need to reevaluate your life. Like, I'm tired of it. See, this is the thing, bro. I'm tired of men constantly blaming women for their own deficiencies.
Yes.
Like, step up your game, bro. Like you just said, stop being such a weak-ass little pussy, bro. Well, we can't get girls. Okay, dude, well, fucking A. Like,
work on
it. Work on it, bro. Work on it. Nothing in life is easy, bro. Like, if you fail, you have two options, bro. You're either going to stay down or you're going to lift yourself back up, and you're going to try to succeed to some degree, right?
Yes. But you know what's true. But you know what's also true is us guys. We know when women are out of our league. We know it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Cuban, you make a great point.
I don't know, bro.
Cuban, you make a great point. He says, if you can't get girls, then get money. So that's exactly what I was saying. If you're an incel, you know what you should do? Get a good education. You know what I'm saying? Become good at whatever you do and become successful. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's an astronaut, whether it's a fucking your own company, whether it's coding, get a good job and make money. Then you will get women. I promise you.
Hey, why is the default always astronaut, bro? Be an astronaut, bro. Like, who the hell is it? Do you know any astronauts, bro? I don't know anybody in my life. I don't either. Yeah.